Hey, Brooka. Hey, Kelly. Tashati. Uncle Buck. Reezeth. Boop. Buttercup. I am late, yes. But honestly, it's kind of a surprise that I'm even here. Hey, Shelly. Good. Yeah, still not great. Hey, hey, Catherine. Okay. That's still not feeling great. So I can't guarantee I'll make it through the full 2 hours, frankly. Time of year can be hard. I mean, I find all year hard. Yeah, especially needing lights on, especially. Not great. So yeah, we'll see how long I can last here. Oh, just not feeling great. Had a headache and kept me from sleeping well. And hey, Jenny, sour candy helps. I mean, it's not anxiety, and it's not like. I mean, like I've got my mental health shit going on too, but don't let anyone or anything stress me out. I mean, stressed is just, that's my default state of being. Yeah, but probably should, frankly. I probably should get something. So I take some Advil. Got to take my time until like 11. I didn't actually take any Advil last night because it would have required getting out of bed. Yeah, I was sitting there like, man, I should just get up and grab some Advil. It's like, no. Stay in the bed. So yeah, I basically didn't get out of bed at all yesterday. Get up to pee? Probably. You look mad? No, not mad. Just Catherine, thank you for 10 gift memberships, Catherine. On this day in 1939, Gone with the Wind premiere in Atlanta. Nice. Hey, Val. Congratulations to Wade Bowen fan, Hoosier Hippie Denise, Sealing Starfish, Clink Clink, Gruffy Fluffy, Witches, or Witch she's a, Witch she's a, Sazage, Lotus Wildflower, Cinematic Jewels, and Jess Raspberry. So happy for you. This your new strategy, Buttercup? You figure that by acting like you don't care that maybe you'll get it? Evian Fiji. It's from the bathroom sink. Also, it's actually not very clear. It's actually a little bit cloudy. It actually is very cloudy. That was said very sarcastically. Ah, okay. I thought one of those things like, hey, maybe if I act congratulatory to people. And then I'm like 9,000 to go. You're a Bruce. Cool. They say all Bruces are related to Robert the Bruce. I'm a Jenny, but not that Jenny. Hey, Sandra. You're in Wales. Hey, Grimace. Hey, Happy. Documentary about me? No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I've gotten some new members, some new subscribers. 9,916 subscribers I'm at now. It's all starting to blend together. Jingle balls deep in the holidays when packages show up and I forgot what I ordered. Mine is supposed to get here tomorrow. Pretty sure. Let me double check again. Pretty sure I did check earlier. Yep. Expected delivery tomorrow between 10 and 2. Give me a peeper shirt up. Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, I wouldn't take a DNA test. No, fuck that. All right, Val. All right, let's get started on trivia. Given what time of year it is, we should probably do some sort of Christmas trivia. Well, that category isn't going to work. Christmas music, then. Harry Potter. Fuck Harry Potter. All right. Christmas lyrics. We'll do a Christmas lyrics category. So, question 1. Which classic Christmas song starts with the line, "Snow is falling all around me"? Which song starts with the line, "Snow is falling all around me"? Frosty the Snowman, Jingle Bells, Winter Wonderland, or Merry Christmas, Everyone? Frosty, Jingle Bells, Winter Wonderland, or Merry Christmas, Everyone? Snow is falling all around me. Hey, Xasson. I'm just realizing that I don't think Ryan North has done his new bird tweet on Blue Sky yet this year. I don't think he's done his new bird joke. Anyway, yeah, it's Merry Christmas, everyone. A song I've literally never heard. Sung by a duo. Yeah, I'll do a Rob Reiner category next, Uncle Buck, I think. I'll do something Rob Reiner related. Noober joke. So, okay. So, the Noober joke. So, it was a joke he did on Twitter. And this just was me. Where's Bluebird? Newbird. Gone. Me. Who are you? Newbird. I'm Newbird. Or suspiciously, I'm Newbird. Shiftily. Yeah, being shifty. It was like it was a dumb joke, but he did it like every year for a long time, and I'm just realizing he hasn't done it yet. Princess Bride. Yeah, we can do Princess Bride next. Anyway, question 2. Sung by a duo. Sung by a duo. Which 1980s festive song contains the lines, "This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special"? Yeah, it was just like every year he would post that joke. Yeah. "This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special." 2,000 Miles, Last Christmas, Thank God It's Christmas, or Christmas in Dixie. Singing it in your head now. Hey, Killface. Any other Rob Reiner? What, you have a problem with Princess Bride, Val? What's your issue with Princess Bride? And the answer is Last Christmas, yes. All right. Question 3. Try to imagine a house that's not a home. Try to imagine a house that's not a home. Is that from... No, we asked for the song. Sung by a duo, which 1980s festive song? And yeah, so which Christmas song? Try to imagine a house that's not a home. All I Want for Christmas, Please Come Home for Christmas, Lonely This Christmas, I'll Be Home for Christmas. All I Want for Christmas, Please Come Home for Christmas, Lonely This Christmas, I'll Be Home for Christmas. Why? What's wrong? Oh. Hey, Jenko. Doing better? Yeah, mostly. And the answer actually is Lonely This Christmas. It actually is lonely this Christmas. Fuck Christmas. Indeed. Which Christmas song opens with the lyrics, "Are you hanging up your stocking on the wall? Are you hanging up your stocking on the wall?" Merry Xmas, everybody. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Christmas Wrapping, or It's Gonna Be a Cold, Cold Christmas. Merry Xmas, everybody. I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Christmas Wrapping, or It's Gonna Be a Cold, Cold Christmas. Where are these Christmas songs I've never heard? Good question. Too young. Hey, Jen. It's Merry Xmas, everybody. All right. Number 5. Which band released a Christmas song featuring these lyrics? Which band released a song with these lyrics? Thank God it's Christmas for one day. Thank God it's Christmas for one day. Is it a song by Wings, ABBA, Queen, or The Darkness? Wings, ABBA, Queen, or The Darkness? And it actually is Queen. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire is the first line of which song? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Which song is that? It's The Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Silver Bells, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, or The Christmas Song. Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Silver Bells, Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, or The Christmas Song. I thought that was the name of the song. And it is, in fact, The Christmas Song. Yep, yeah, it's just called The Christmas Song. All across the land dawns a brand new morn. All across the land dawns a brand new morn is from which Christmas song? When a child is born, I saw 3 ships, Mary's boy child, away in a manger. When a child is born, I saw 3 ships, Mary's boy child, away in a manger. And yeah, when a child is born. Tacos, I love you so much, never leave me. A time for giving, a time for getting, a time for forgiving and for forgetting is a line from which Christmas song released in the 1980s? A time for giving, a time for getting, a time for forgiving and for forgetting. Which Christmas song released in the 1980s? Merry, Merry Christmas, Fairy Tale of New York, A Winter's Tale, Mistletoe and Wine. Merry, Merry Christmas, Fairy Tale of New York, A Winter's Tale, Mistletoe and Wine. Toes in wine? Doesn't sound very hygienic. Yeah, mistletoe and wine. Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow is a line from which classic Christmas song? Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, have yourself a merry little Christmas, what Christmas means to me, or White Christmas. Rockin' around the Christmas tree, have yourself a merry little Christmas, what Christmas means to me, or White Christmas. And yeah, White Christmas. Last one. Which Christmas song includes the lyrics, "So pardon me if a tear falls among my Christmas cheer"? So pardon me if a tear falls among my Christmas cheer. What Christmas means to me, please come home for Christmas, an old Christmas card, or Christmas baby please come home. What Christmas means to me, please come home for Christmas, an old Christmas card, Christmas baby please come home. Hey, Shelly. And it was actually it's actually an old song. It actually is a very old song. Main version was the biggest version, 1963. It was an old Christmas card. Yeah. I gotta go poop. I'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, I'm back. I took a little bit of hi strawberries. I took some took some Pepto while I was there too. While I was at it. Hello, pause. Yeah, it happens. Happens when I like feel like this. Everything came out okay. It was not pleasant. Hey, Cookie. I don't know the Bristol stool chart. That said, it was a messy shit. I was known. It's bullshit. All right, Princess Bride. Let's do some Princess Bride trivia. Hey, Chi Chi. Um, you're not blocked, Cookie. That kind of feels unnecessary, Chi Chi, but thank you anyway. Hey, Dreams. Yeah, Trump's a piece of shit. Trump's an asshole. Question one. What Atari game is the grandson playing at the very beginning of the movie? What Atari game is the grandson playing at the very beginning of the movie? Baseball, Grand Theft Auto 3, Frogger, or Inigo's Quest? Baseball, GTA 3, classic Atari game. GTA 3, classic Atari game. So baseball, Frogger, or Inigo's Quest? Everyone's saying baseball, and everyone is correct. It was baseball. We're talking about Princess Bride. This is Princess Bride trivia. Who played the grandson? Who played the grandson? Ben Savage, Fred Savage, Ted Savage, or Benedict Arnold? When that movie came out, I never even heard of it. 80s. It was an 80s movie. Late 80s, I believe. So yeah, Ben, Fred, or Ted. You were kidnapped? And yes, Fred. What did Buttercup call Wesley at the beginning of the story? What did Buttercup call Wesley at the beginning of the story? Farm boy, child, pighead, or Benedict Arnold? Buttercup is in the movie. Yeah, Buttercup's a movie star. Didn't you know that? Please don't look. I mean, pooping can be exhausting sometimes, Deshadi. And Farm Boy, yep. What did "as you wish" really mean? The options here are no, as you wish, I love you, or okay. Hey, Vanna. Or saw Rob Reiner movies, but makes us type. I didn't watch a lot of his movies. I didn't watch very many of his movies. What was Inigo's father's name? What was Inigo's father's name? Fred, Domingo, Jose, or Pablo? Fred, Domingo, Jose, or Pablo? Here's Meathead and Archie Bunkers. Vegetarian fajitas for dinner. Sounds cool. And yep, Domingo. Domingo Montoya. Hi, Zoe. Because I don't want to deal with fucking drama. Chicken tacos were worth the wait. Where does iocane powder come from? Where does iocane powder come from? Australia, Spain, Greenland, or North Carolina? Australia, Spain, Greenland, or North Carolina? Australia, just like Rebecca. Buttercup knows her shit. It is Australia. Now every chicken and cow is safe for a 5-mile radius. What was the name of Miracle Max's wife? What was the name of Miracle Max's wife? Mrs. Max, Wench, Valerie, or Buttercup? Mrs. Max, Wench, Valerie, or Buttercup? Wench Max. I don't live in a apartment, Strawberry, so no. Get your stomach checked. Oh, I'm fine. What is Count Rugen's first name? What is Count Rugen's first name? Count, George, Rugen, or Tyrone? Count, George, Rugen, or Tyrone? Sexy witch wife. Like Samantha from Bewitched. Apparently, Billy Crystal's improvisation in the Miracle Max scene um, meant that everyone was just constantly cracking up. Um, shit. The guy who played Inigo. I'm blanking on the guy's name. The guy who played Inigo. Billy Crystal filmed one. Did he? Wait, was he the one who filmed them? Manny Patinkin. Thank you, Casey. Apparently, he had sort of the worst of it. Because like he was just like he had to be on camera. You know, like Cary Elwes, they had to replace with a dummy. Like, cause again, like he couldn't keep it together as as a near corpse. So they had to replace him with a dummy. Um, the crew off camera kept laughing, but Mandy Patinkin couldn't be like he couldn't. You know, they couldn't just replace him with a dummy. He had to be there, so he just had to figure out how to keep it together while Billy Crystal kept improvising. Apparently, it was really difficult for him. Anyway, yeah, Kent Rugen's first name is Tyrone. What does ROUS stand for? Laverne and Shirley. Before my time, but yeah. Yeah. Rodents of unusual size. And what is the last line in the movie spoken by the grandfather? What is the last line in the movie spoken by the grandfather? Goodbye, Fred Savage. No way. As you wish. or all think about it. Like this shit. Life is shit, and sometimes I feel like a toilet. Got them all before you even read out the options. Indeed, you know the movie, Buttercup. Good job. Good job. Resident Evil. I've never paid any attention to the Resident Evil series, that franchise. Anthony Jerry. He was Luke in General Hospital. Oh. All right. Anyone got another category they want to do? Some days you get the bear, some days the bear gets you. Christmas cartoons. Doesn't seem to be a category for that. Yeah, someone mentioned some documentary about me, which like I give a shit. Like people speculating about me, like fucking whatever. It's not like they know jack shit about me. All right. Christmas Vacation trivia. Question 1. What does Mr. Shirley call Clark? What does Mr. Shirley call Clark? Greaseball, Grisman, Griswold, Greaseman. Greaseball, Grisman, Griswold, Greaseman. Yeah, Catherine and KC got it. It was Greaseball. What problem did Eddie's youngest daughter used to have? What problem did Eddie's youngest daughter used to have? So shitter's full. Good times, good times. Crossed eyes, baldness, missing teeth, or blindness? Crossed eyes, baldness, missing teeth, or blindness? Yeah, cross-eyed. What secret ingredient did Aunt Bethany's Jello mold have? What secret ingredient did Aunt Bethany's Jello mold have? Peanuts, cat food, dog food, or gasoline? Peanuts, cat food, dog food, or gasoline? And yeah, cat food. What part of the turkey did Eddie ask Clark to save for him? What part of the turkey did Eddie ask Clark to save for him? The neck, the wishbone, the liver, or the heart? The neck, the wishbone, the liver, or the heart? It's the neck. Answering what I didn't think was a choice. What did Clark accidentally wipe his face with while talking to the sales lady? What did Clark accidentally wipe his face with while talking to the sales lady? Women's underwear, bra, stockings, handkerchief. Women's underwear, bra, stockings, handkerchief. It was women's underwear. Who said, "Oh dear, did I break wind"? It's a bit nipply. Some people pay good money for that. Yeah. Who said, "Oh dear, did I break wind"? Rusty, Eddie, Aunt Bethany, Uncle Lewis. And yeah, Aunt Bethany. What did Aunt Bethany say when asked to say grace? What did Aunt Bethany say when asked to say grace? She's saying, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Our Father, the Pledge of Allegiance, or I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Hey, misinformed. This is all about. Right now, we're doing trivia about National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's what this is all about for tonight, for this moment. So yeah, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Our Father, the Pledge of Allegiance, or I swear to tell the truth. Yeah, Pledge of Allegiance. Grace, she died 30 years ago. I don't know that I'd enjoy it as much as I did when I watched it a couple times when I was a kid. As a bit of a Christmas tradition for a little while when I was a kid. Not sure I'd enjoy it as much now, knowing that Chevy Chase is kind of a dick. He's not. He is. Chevy Chase is absolutely a dick. Nobody who's worked with Chevy Chase liked working with Chevy Chase. Apparently, there was a Friars Club roast of him. Like the Friars Club. So yeah, the Friars, because I mean that they used to be the guys who did roasts. It was the Friars Club. So apparently, like the Friars Club hosted a roast of Chevy Chase, and nobody who's worked with him was willing to go to it. And all the comedians who were there, a lot of up and coming comedians were brought on, and all of them talked about his reputation as being an asshole who's hard to work with. He got kicked off Community The show Community, he got kicked off of that because everyone hated him. The roast of Chevy Chase killed Friars Club roasts. Literally, it was the very last roast hosted by the Friars Club. Comedy Central just took over the roasting duties themselves after that. It was no longer done as part in collaboration with the Friars Club, because it's just such a miserable experience for everyone involved. They're like, no, we don't want to do this anymore. Slim Big trivia. John Candy. I mean, it's possible that John Candy had a good time working with them, with Chevy Chase, because John Candy is just that nice a guy. Yeah, like it might be that just like because John Candy was just, hey, Lady Lane, because John Candy was just the nicest person on the planet. It might be that his pure kindness meant that even Chevy Chase couldn't ruin it. But no, everyone, like, there's so many stories about people just hating working with Chevy Chase. There was also the time he got in a fist fight with Bill Murray. Chase's first Chase after Chase left. Not haven't done yet. No, haven't finished yet. I'm just going off on a tangent. After Chase left SNL to do some movies, he came back to host. Bill Murray's he is. Bill Murray is kind of a prick, from what I've heard. Yeah, Chase came back to host Saturday Night Live, and apparently was just kind of arrogant and conceited and just lording over everyone else that he'd gone on to do movies, and rubbed everyone the wrong way. And finally, night of the show, right before the show, he and Bill Murray got into an argument, and they started fist fighting. You're ruining my childhood comedians. Yeah, Bill Murray is apparently kind of an asshole as well. I mean, Bill Murray hired a deaf personal assistant just to fuck with a director. For Groundhog Day. On the set of Groundhog Day, he and the director really had, I mean, they were friends. Like they were two guys who, like, they'd worked together in the past. They got along in the past. But they had very differing views on what Groundhog Day should be. They had different philosophies towards how the movie should be handled. And Bill Murray visions. Yeah, they had different visions for Groundhog Day. And Bill Murray got really fucking petulant about it. Refused to speak with anyone He refused to talk to literally anyone except for a personal assistant. And he hired a deaf person to be his personal assistant. Neither he nor anyone else on set actually spoke sign language. So, like, that made things so much more difficult for literally every person on the set. Hey, Ellen. Don't worry, he's home near me in Toronto. Never haven't had the chance to meet him, but the neighbors have good things to say. Yeah, I mean, he seems to be one of those. He seems to be one of those people who can be like. Who can range anywhere from being. He can range anywhere from being a really nice, sweet guy to a raging asshole. At least it's funny. It is funny. Like, it is funny. Objectively, it's funny. But holy shit, what a fucking unprofessional thing to do. Like, way to make the experience fucking miserable for everyone else. On a side note, I think he did end up actually keeping that assistant around as well. But yeah, like he can be a really nice guy to be around. He can also be a raging asshole. Who just makes miserable experience for other people on set. So anyway, continuing with the Christmas Vacation trivia. 3 more questions. Celebrities are more unstable than the common person. I don't know that that's true. Wealth and fame absolutely fuck with your head. There's no question that wealth and fame are both things that fuck with a person's head. The hometown gossip I have is Will Ferrell came through here to do a documentary with his friend, trans one, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, they can't. The thing with that sort of thing, Shelley, a lot of times when if someone can cry and demand there's an argument for them being sociopaths. A lot of times when people put in their riders weird things like only blue M&Ms or something like that, they don't really care about the M&Ms. It's how closely are the people following the rider. It's basically a way of making sure that the people hosting them are actually like reading the rider and following it. And sometimes it is just because, this would be really fucking funny. Sometimes it is just like, this would be really funny to do. Control. I mean, it's not even just about control, it's about respect. It's like, and like in some cases, some of the shit they demand is necessary. Like if you're a band and you need specific equipment, if you're going to be doing a show and you need that the set to be laid out in a specific way, specific equipment in place, that sort of thing, you need it set up that way. if the people you're like, if the people putting everything together for you, if they're paying enough attention to get you only the single color of M&Ms that you ask for, they're probably going to do a good. They're probably paying attention to the rest of your requirements. They're probably making sure that the right equipment is there and set up in the correct way. It's, you know, that is a big part of why a lot of bands and celebrities put weird shit in their riders. And some of it, yeah, sometimes it is just, this would be funny. There is a lot of that is going on as well. A lot of them do put things as this would be funny. Especially because like weird things in riders became sort of became kind of a meme. So, people heard about, this dude only wants blue M&Ms in his ride. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna come up with something weird for myself too. Hey, just kidding. But as far as celebrities being like suspects, or as like wealth and fame do absolutely break your brain, but I don't know that celebrities are actually more unstable than the common person. It's that they have more opportunities, or it's that their instability tends to be on a bigger stage. Hi, Chris. Well, don't shut that stage here, Lady Killer. There you go. So the issue there, as producer, I do think that the buck kind of does stop with Baldwin. He was not the one who fucked up. It was the armorer who fucked up. Like, it was the onset armorer who fucked up. Prop person. Basically, the prop person fucked up. Listen, at the same time, Baldwin was the producer. He would have been involved with that person being hired. Maybe not directly involved. Like, he probably somebody else probably hired. Yeah, he hired somebody who hired her. Certainly not something where I would argue that Baldwin should have gone to prison. The right choice was made in acquitting him. He was not, in that sense, it was not a manslaughter thing. It wasn't. He wasn't responsible like to that level. But a lawsuit, if he'd been sued and he'd had to and he settled, paid out the family of the woman, that would absolutely be fair. He was a producer. Buck stopped with him, so by all means, sue him for neglect. Criminally liable? No. He was not criminally liable for what happened. I'm not even sure I'd say the prop woman was actually criminally liable either. It was an accident. She fucked up, but I mean, accidents happen. Civil matter, exactly. Like, as a civil thing. Yeah, yeah. I think it would absolutely be. I think it absolutely would have been fair if the family had sued him, and for him to. For him to settle with them. Trivia? Yeah, sure. All right, let's finish up the trivia. Let's finish up the Christmas Vacation. 3 more questions about Christmas Vacation. What is Eddie's dog's name? What is Eddie's dog's name? Snoopy, Snots, Sophie, or Stinky? Snoopy, Snots, Sophie, or Stinky? You need medicine? True, true. Trivia is this? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And the answer was Snots. Snots the dog. What did Clark receive in the mail late Christmas Eve? What did Clark receive in the mail late Christmas Eve? Christmas bonus, a 1-year membership to the Cereal Awareness Club, a letter from his mother, or a 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club. Christmas bonus, 1-year membership to the Cereal Awareness Club, a letter from his mother, 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club. And yep, Jelly. Jelly of the Month. And finally, what was Clark planning to do with his Christmas bonus? What was Clark planning to do with his Christmas bonus? Put in a third story, fix up Eddie's RV, add a deck, or put in a pool. Put in a third story, fix up Eddie's RV, add a deck, or put in a pool. And yes, put in a pool. Hey, Bear. Right. Can't go shit again. I know it's early, but I'm actually going to end the stream here because I'm not feeling great. So I am actually going to end the stream here for tonight. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow and we can do actual stuff. We can actually, and I can stay for more than an hour. So good night, everybody.